Hello, agents. This is John Miller coming to you live in regard to a legal, I'm going to call this our legal update minute in real estate. It's really, really important, obviously, that you represent the best interest of your clients. And in our standard Massachusetts Association of Realtors offer forms, we have a clause in here, line item number 7, called representations and acknowledgments. And it's extremely important that you know what this says right here and what you're advising your buyers or sellers are agreeing to. So one of our agents in our office received this offer and said, "Hey, John, can you take a look at this?" And I said, "Sure, I'd love to take a look at it for you." And wanted to know what I thought. So when I got to this part, normally 99% of the time, you see the word none written at the bottom of this clause here. And what does this really mean? Now, notice this buyer agent put this seller's disclosure, lead paint form, deed, MLS, escalation clause, added all these things in here when normally you see the word none. So what exactly is going on here? Well, let's read this together, okay? The buyer understands that if this information is important to the buyer, it is the duty of the buyer to seek advice from an attorney or written confirmation from the municipality. We are in the state of Massachusetts. This is a state of buyer beware, okay? So the buyers need to do their due diligence, and that's what that line says. Now, it says, in addition, ready? The buyer acknowledges that there are no warranties or representations made by who? The seller, or who? Any broker, which is you and me, right? On which the buyer relies in making this offer, except, I wish this was in bold and highlighted and underlined, except those previously made in writing and the following, right? So what they're saying is that the agent and the seller are making a warranty and a representation on the seller's disclosure, the lead paint form, the deed, the MLS, the escalation clause. Now, forget about the escalation clause. Let's go back to these items right here. Now, the seller's disclosure, the seller is representing what they know. They can't warranty all that information because there are things that they don't know about the property. All right? The lead paint form, the seller thinks there's no lead paint. They don't know if there's any lead paint in the property, but can they warranty that they don't know this information? What about the deed? The deed, I mean, I've seen properties that have been listed and sold 3 times over in the last half century, and they find a mistake on the deed the 4th time they sell it. And you're going to, if you tell your seller to accept this offer, they're going to warranty any mistakes on that deed? What about MLS? Let's go to MLS and look at the bottom right here where it says the information in this listing was gathered by third-party sources, including the seller and public records. MLS Property Information Network and its subscribers, you and me, right, disclaim that any and all representations or warranties as to the accuracy of this information. And we're going to go back and say that, oh, forget about that little thing on the bottom. We're going to warranty in all the information in the multiple listing service, even though it was taken from third-party sources and public resources. It's just sheer insanity. So if you're representing a seller, you should always insist that they put the word none here. So the agent in our office went back to the buyer agent and said, hey, if you can take that out and put the word none, the seller will accept your offer. And the buyer agent had a real problem with it and said, well, I wonder if the seller's hiding something and blah, blah, blah. So I called MAR Legal Hotline. I called a local real estate lawyer. He said, listen, if any of that was ever written in a purchase and sale agreement, I would immediately strike it out and not have the seller sign that we are in a buyer beware state. And so if you're a buyer agent, I don't know. I mean, it says broker. You're a broker in that transaction. Do you as a buyer agent want to warranty this information? I don't think it's a good idea. So what's important, you point out to your buyers that they understand that they have to do their due diligence and they have to get advice from lawyers and written confirmation from a municipality. Always remember this, guys. You can be the source of the information, but do not be the source of the information. Never, ever, ever go to a municipality and find out that there's information about the town or the road or the house, and then regurgitate that information back to your buyer client. Because if that person who told you was wrong, or you're wrong, or you misinterpreted it, you said the wrong thing, you are on the hook. You send your buyer to the municipality to get the information. You show the buyer where to go to get the information. You show them where the source of that information is, and you have them go there. You're not the source of the information. You're putting yourself at huge liability in doing that. I sincerely hope you enjoyed this video. I know I enjoyed making it and educating you on line item number 7 of the Massachusetts Association of Realtors offer to purchase form. Have a great day.